And if there is a scintilla of evidence that a reasonable juror could weigh, then the matter survives a motion to strike. In this matter, there is evidence in the case that a jury could weigh that the statements were made by the defendant, that the statements were about the plaintiff, that the statement was published, that the statement is false, and the defendant made the statement knowing it to be false, or the defendant made it so recklessly as to amount to a willful disregard for the truth.
Amber Heard is at her shenanigans again, and this time fans believe she has gone a step too far. With an apparent jail time looming over the head of the Pineapple Express star, speculations are rife that the actress may have resorted to underhanded strategies to avoid the long arms of the law. What is Amber Heard up to this time? And how successful have her strategies been? Amber Heard is in the news again for all the wrong reasons. The Aquaman star is facing backlash for apparently using covert methods to avoid facing the full consequences of her misdeeds. The Pineapple Express star has been accused of changing her identity in order to hide from the U.S. authorities and to avoid paying the over $10 million awarded against her after losing the court case against her ex-husband Johnny Depp. Reports indicate that the actress now lives in Castix, a small town on the Balearic island of Mallorca, with her partner Bianca Booty and her daughter Una Page Heard. It's believed that Amber Heard is hiding under the pseudonym Martha Jane Canary, better known as Calamity Jane, and has blended in effortlessly with the inhabitants of the town in the center of Mallorca. Try as she might, the actress couldn't prevent her new neighbors from recognizing her. One shop owner confessed that his wife saw Amber Heard and immediately recognized her. According to him, Amber is like anyone else. She buys fruit and vegetables, she speaks Spanish with a Mexican accent, and she's very polite. She always says good morning to us. However, another resident of the Spanish town claimed that she crossed paths with Amber Heard on a few occasions, but didn't know who she was. "I've had her by my side a couple of times," said the young resident, "but I didn't know who she was until they told me. She moves around very normally and does not hide at all." One resident who spoke to reporters said she walks with her daughter and goes to the park. She leads a very normal village life as if she were a native. Since her cover was blown, many news portals have published images of Amber Heard with her partner and daughter hanging around the town square while their daughter plays on the swings. Just recently, the town's premier newspaper, Diario de Mallorca, featured a photo of the actress carrying her daughter on her back. The Daily Mail also published an image of the actress on the beach of the picturesque island in the company of her girlfriend, Bianca Booty. The 36-year-old was spotted in a black bikini and semi-sheer white skirt with her hand on her hips and beaming with smiles. Following that photo was a picture of the actress and her one-year-old daughter walking down the streets of Castix. Fans who saw pictures of Amber holidaying on the Balearic Island wonder if she was really as broke as she claimed. One fan questioned, "Is this even legal? To withhold legal funds under the pretense she's broke, only to spend it lavishly on holidays and mansions? Disgusting and outrageous." Another asked, "How could she afford million-dollar mansions when I thought she was broke?" One commenter sarcastically wrote, "Yet she has no money to pay Depp. What an actress." Social media commenters also weighed in on Amber's alleged plot to hide her identity. One commenter opined, "I think she just wants to avoid losing what money she has left, namely from the sale of her home, perhaps among other things. She doesn't want to pay the money to the people she owes, so she's going to keep disappearing as long as she's got creditors. She's in the wind." Another added, "That woman is absolutely ridiculous in her actions. If she wasn't the most hated celebrity criminal of the current era, it would be quite laughable. We can hope that she gets extradited and exposed once more. Fun times ahead." Like a villain who is trying to escape justice, she's taken to hiding like a coward. "This is her trying to avoid paying the mountains of debt she has built for herself," commented one fan. "It's unfortunate because she's a creature of drama. Even in this part of her life, she views herself as this crazy movie character who can't be caught or something. And she thinks this hurts JD when in reality he's a normal human who's happy to be finally chilling. She can self-preserve till the end of time and nobody will care," another opined. Many fans feel that part of the reasons Amber Heard is apparently hiding in faraway Mallorca is because of her legal troubles with the Australian government. Troubles that could land her in jail or cost her $100,000 in fines. Last year, the Australian government announced investigations into the Aquaman star for perjury pertaining to her 2016 dog smuggling incident. Sources indicate that the FBI is on the investigation and may extradite Amber Heard to Australia to face charges if the need arises. In 2015, Amber Heard was arrested for illegally bringing her dogs into Australia while her then-husband Johnny Depp was filming one of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. She would have gotten away with it if she kept the dogs on the low with no public, but Amber is not the one to keep a low profile. On one of her trips to a dog grooming hub, an employee of the hub took a picture with the dogs, posted it on social media, and thanked the Pineapple Express star for patronizing their services. The pictures went viral, which caught the attention of the Australian authorities. And before long, the actress and her husband were summoned to answer a few questions regarding the dogs. When it was realized that the canines were illegally brought into Australia, there was national outrage, with an Australian politician, Barnaby Joyce, giving the couple 72 hours to get their dogs out of Australia or he'll have them euthanized. The celebrity couple flew the dogs out of the country and made a video apologizing to the people of Australia for their indiscretion. Amber Heard was arraigned before the court, but left off the hook after her lawyers claimed that the paperwork covering the dogs had slipped through the cracks and there was no attempt to deceive. Amber was fined 10,000 Australian dollars and made to sign a bond of good behavior. The couple left the country after Depp had finished filming, and the matter was put to bed until a former assistant of Depp exposed the actress, claiming that she coerced him into lying under oath. The assistant, Kevin Murphy, claimed that Amber Heard was fully aware that it was illegal to bring the dogs into Australia without the necessary paperwork and undergoing the mandatory 2-week quarantine period, but she ignored it and wanted him to take the blame. Murphy told the Associated Press, "She wanted me to say essentially that it was my fault in one way or another, that the paperwork wasn't completed so that I could take the blame for her." Murphy continued that Amber Heard threatened to fire him if he didn't agree to do her bidding. Murphy reported Amber Heard as saying, "I want your help on this. I wouldn't want you to have a problem with your job." When questioned on why he didn't ask Depp for helping in dealing with the situation, he responded, "Because Amber wielded a lot of power and would have made my life miserable." The revealing statements by the former assistant of Johnny Depp forced the Australian authorities to reopen the case and call for the arrest of Amber Heard. In an interview on the Australian TV show Sunrise, Joyce Barnaby opined, "It now looks like Ms. Heard has allegedly not been telling the truth and it's perjury." When the news hit the headlines, fans trooped to social media to express their views on the matter. One fan commented, "I really hope Australia prosecutes and sentences her to prison for the maximum sentence. It would be the first time in Amber's life she genuinely was sorry for anything. This must happen. This is a serious offense. I'm appalled that she thinks she's above the law. She needs to serve time in Australia, the UK, and the USA," wrote another commenter. "You can only get away with so much. This woman lied over and over again. She's so used to getting away because of her looks, which, to be honest, is quite faded now because of all her craziness. I hope she gets some sort of punishment for her lies," wrote another user. Many fans feel that Australia's quest to rearrest Amber Heard, coupled with legal problems in the US, is the reason Amber Heard has allegedly changed her name and is hiding in faraway Mallorca. However, others disagree, believing that the actress may just want a quiet hideaway from all the heat she's faced in the past few months. But what are your thoughts? Is the 36-year-old star running away from the intense media scrutiny, or is she running away from the law? Let us know in the comments section.